guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and also let me know in the comments below what's your prediction for the Bournemouth-Liverpool game. There are some big games coming up on the weekend and I think Liverpool absolutely have to beat Bournemouth if we want to get top 4, because after Bournemouth we play Chelsea, Tottenham and also Manchester City, I think. Or Chelsea, Man City and Arsenal, I'm not sure. I think that is the 3 of the hardest fixtures that of course left for Liverpool, apart from going to the Bernabeu and trying to win by 3 goals away at Real Madrid. And I'm really in a good mood today, so let me know what are you looking forward to at the weekend, on the weekend, sorry. And Jurgen Klopp is very surprised that Bobby Firmino turned down a contract extension. Jurgen Klopp himself said during the season, at the beginning of the season and in the first half of the season, that he personally wants Firmino to be given a new contract, and he also told the media in a press conference that he communicated that to the owners. So it was Bobby Firmino's decision to leave Liverpool, and I think he feels that he doesn't want to be on the bench, and he's certainly right now not good enough to start for Liverpool regularly, week in, week out, and he still wants to play, and he probably should go to a side who will play Bobby Firmino week in, week out, because when you are over 30 years old, if you love football, you never want to sit on the bench, no matter how many years old you are. And Jurgen Klopp said that, yes, Bobby Firmino told me. Surprised. I was, yes, a little bit surprised, but I was not hit by the surprise. Actually, it's a normal thing to do. So Bobby Firmino could have extended his contract, signed a new contract, or he could go this way. And I respect that a lot, that he actually told me his decision. Jurgen Klopp said, he told me, and then the only other thing he said, now I want to bring this wonderful story to a positive end. So what that means for Liverpool is, of course, the dream scenario would be for Firmino to leave with a big trophy, but he already won everything at Liverpool, so he has really nothing to prove. The positive ending would be Liverpool qualifying for the top 4, and also, barring a miracle, probably we are out of the Champions League already, let's be realistic. I mean, Liverpool would have to put in one of the best performances of the last 10 years, not just the last 12 months, to knock Real Madrid out. And Jurgen Klopp said Bobby Firmino is completely here and completely committed to the cause, but everybody is, I can imagine, and that's all we need to know. There is no time for a goodbye or whatever in this particular moment. There is enough time for that later in the season, and Bobby Firmino is determined to finish on a high and to bow out with scoring some goals. He already scored the 7th goal against Man United, and you could see how much it meant by his celebration, and I absolutely love that. And also, Bobby Firmino publicly announcing that he will leave gives the chance to the fans to say goodbye properly and to sing his name and to sing his song, the Bobby Firmino song, one of the most catchy, most wonderful songs of the past few years, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think Liverpool, attacking wise, we are fine even without Bobby Firmino. There has been talk of Diogo Jota potentially leaving Liverpool in the summer, but some Liverpool based journalists already rubbished that claim that Diogo Jota is very integral and a crucial part of the next stage of Liverpool's rebuild. So Jota is going nowhere, and we will have, of course, Jota, Nunez, who can play up front with Cody Gakpo as well. We will have Luis Diaz and potentially Darwin Nunez to play on the left wing. On the right wing we can play Salah, but nobody else really. But Salah is not injury prone, he's almost always available. But we could play Harvey Elliott there, maybe. And Jurgen Klopp also said, I loved the reception that Bobby Firmino got against Manchester United. It was pretty special. And I think Liverpool fans will chant Bobby Firmino's name. And he will still have a big part to play between now and the end of the season. He will start some games. He will score some crucial goals. And hopefully Bobby Firmino can fire us into the top 4 and help us win, a lot of games between now and the end of the season. And also maybe he can help us get through Real Madrid. That would be a miracle, but you never say never. Always believe and don't give up, and we can dream as fans, and it's up to the players to try and post a historic result at the Bernabeu. And Jurgen Klopp also said on the top 4 race that we have to chase and challenge everyone. The main thing is going to Bournemouth and playing a game there and take them seriously. I watched the way they play, and it can be really uncomfortable for teams. We might fight for the Champions League spots, but the fight for staying in the Premier League is just as exciting and it's just as nerve-wracking. I'm sure Bournemouth will fight right crazy. And I think Bournemouth putting up a great fight against Arsenal and going 2-0 up will surely make Liverpool take them even more seriously, and we can't take this game lightly. Even though we have a really good record against Bournemouth, we usually beat them away from home, but this season Liverpool have struggled so much away from home. We can't take anything for granted, and we absolutely have to be at 100%. We have to be concentrated, we have to be calm, and also we have to really go for the throat of Bournemouth and try to decide the game as early as possible. Because if Bournemouth can run Arsenal close, I mean, Arsenal needed a 97th minute winner. You can't really go any closer to getting something from the Arsenal game, but from a Bournemouth point of view, Liverpool will have to be very, very concentrated as well tomorrow lunchtime. And lunchtime kickoffs are always difficult because it's not an optimal, ideal time for footballers to play. So hopefully it will affect Bournemouth more than Liverpool. And Paul Merson also previewed the Bournemouth-Liverpool game, saying Bournemouth have done a decent job in recent weeks. A couple of weeks ago, Bournemouth would have fancied their chances heading into a game against Liverpool, but suddenly Liverpool have beaten Man United 7-0 and they are back in the race for the top 4. It goes to show that the timing of games matters. It's probably the first time in 3 or 4 years that you haven't given Liverpool much of a chance against Man United. So the 7-0 win at Anfield over Man United was an unbelievable result for me. Bournemouth did really well against Arsenal last week. It was a good performance, and they would be gutted to have lost with effectively the last kick of the game. Liverpool's front three are starting to click. Confidence is such an important thing, and last week the trio of Gakpo, Nunez and Salah looked much better than they have all season. That win will do their confidence a world of good. Salah might just be Liverpool's best forward of the Premier League era. He plays on the right wing and he has been scoring a ridiculous number of goals on a consistent basis, and he has done it longer than anybody else, longer than Luis Suarez, longer than Fernando Torres, longer than Robbie Fowler. I mean, maybe not in seasons, but in terms of goals per game ratio, definitely he is up there with the absolute legends of Liverpool. But what absolutely shocks me, Paul Merson predicted Bournemouth beating Liverpool 2-0 after Liverpool beat Man United 7-0. I mean, that would be one of the biggest shocks of the Premier League season, especially that Liverpool beat Bournemouth 9-0 at home. So I just don't understand how he can predict that. Maybe he has a thinking that Liverpool will underestimate Bournemouth and they will think that Liverpool will be overconfident, but I can't see that happening. I mean, Liverpool are starting to click, and I told you when our injured players get back, then we will really start to get going this season, and that's exactly what happened. And I absolutely love how respectable Bobby Firmino is, and how an honest and really classy guy he is, because his agent actually said that Bobby Firmino is not even planning to talk to clubs until Liverpool achieve their objectives for this season, which is, of course, that changed a lot for the last few weeks, because Liverpool really didn't want to just fight for the top 4. But once Liverpool achieve their goals of a Champions League qualification spot, and if Liverpool don't have any other targets available, I mean, we probably won't be having, after losing to Real Madrid by 3 goals at home. So once Liverpool achieve their objectives, that's when Bobby Firmino and his agent will sit down and look at their options, look at which clubs are interested in Firmino and which option would be the best for Firmino and his family. Remember that Firmino has a wife, he has kids, he has family, he's a really family-oriented, religious man, so those values are probably very important to him. So I can't see Bobby Firmino going twice or 3 times changing clubs in the next 5 years. I think he will go to one club and that's where he will maybe retire, or he will go back to Brazil. Right now, I think he will stay in Europe, Bobby Firmino. If I was him, I would go to the Serie A or the Spanish league. I think those two leagues would suit Bobby Firmino really, really nicely because it's a little bit slower league, and I think Bobby Firmino can still offer a lot to a team with the right tactics and the right playing style. And even though Liverpool's midfield was absolutely brilliant against Man United, Harvey Elliott and Fabinho and Henderson, they really clicked. And it was a midfield trio suited to counter of how Man United play. But against Bournemouth, who will defend in a deep block, two banks of four or two banks of five, and basically almost like playing with no striker. They won't leave a forward up front. They will just defend with everything they have, and they will try to hit on the Liverpool on the counter. Bournemouth signed some really good players in January, and they have some pacey, fast wingers. So Liverpool have to be watching out for those counter-attacks. But also maybe playing Bajcetic alongside Fabinho, and then another midfielder, Naby Keita or Harvey Elliott or somebody, a playmaker. I think that would suit the game and the tactics even more. And also, Thiago and Luis Diaz and Joe Gomez are still a few weeks away from being fit. They are ruled out by Jurgen Klopp for the Bournemouth game, which means that we will be without Luis Diaz, without Thiago, and without Joe Gomez for the Real Madrid game. Joe Gomez is not a big miss after his horrendous form, but Luis Diaz and Thiago, with them, we would definitely have an even better chance of achieving the impossible, which is winning by 3 goals away at the Bernabeu. But that is a big blow that Thiago and Luis Diaz won't be available for the Real Madrid-Liverpool fixture. And I'm really looking forward to the weekend, to the Bournemouth game, and also remember more Liverpool career mode videos coming your way on the weekend, so make sure to stay tuned and keep being subscribed. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.